All right, so student access to Skyward this year has been a little bit of a debacle. And here is one potential flow to fix that turns into a learning opportunity for students about how to use their school email and kind of that general concept of resetting passwords using email. So what we're going to do is students going to be on HelloID and they're going to click Skyward Family Access. And what it'll do is actually going to prompt them for their username and password to Skyward, which at this point they may not know. And instead of worrying about getting every student their username and password individually, here's what we can do. We're just going to have them enter their email, which for them is studentssd.org. And they should actually probably spell student right. And then they're just going to enter any password they want. Like anything will work there. It's not a real password. We're just triggering this box to accept some sort of input. So I'm going to go, and then I'm just going to continue Skyward Family Access. So it doesn't matter what they enter for that email or password the first time, because actually what we want is to get this invalid login or password. They're going to hit never if it asks Chrome has to save the password because it's not accurate. Then we're going to hit OK, and we're going to actually be redirected to Skyward, and it's going to autofill whatever the credentials were that we entered before, and we can just delete those. We're not going to worry about that right now. What we are going to do is go to Forgot Your Login Password, and then for the email, students will enter their email. So for them, it's studentssd.org. And for me, I got to do snow.wednet.edu. So what we're going to do is reset that password with the email. So what students will then do is then go back to HelloID and click Office 365. They'll then get into Office 365 and they will click Outlook, and then in their Outlook, and right here this is My Outlook, eventually, and it might take a minute or two, they will get a reset password prompt that will tell them both their username and give them a link to reset their password. And so what they can do with that link is follow it and reset that password. Once they've got their username and their password, so username and password are all set up through the email that's going to pop up in the inbox in just a few minutes. So here's that email that just went through. There's the username right there. And then right here, they can click this link and it will have them create a new password and enter it in one more time and submit it. The last thing we're going to do is update that in HelloID. So in HelloID, we're going to go back, go to the Skyward icon, click the little sprocket right here, and click Delete Credentials, because we're going to delete those fake credentials that we used earlier just to get to the email reset. We're now going to click Skyward again, and when we're prompted to enter a username and a password, instead of that email and that password, we're going to use the username that the students have right here for their login and whatever new password it was that they created. They're going to enter that in this screen, continue to Skyward, and everything should be saved in HelloID and good to go.